All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Hi, I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker Century 21, Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable on 94.3 FM The Talker. I am here with my husband, co-host, who is on the phone today calling in, Pat Devaney.
Good morning, Jackie. I'm calling from a safe, secure, undisclosed location.
Aruba?
No, I wish. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
We really literally did not see each other this morning, so that question is okay today.
Okay.
All right. We have with us a special guest who's never been on our show before. First time we're breaking this topic on the Real Estate Roundtable. Tony Amendolaro, owner of Crystal Clear Springwater Company.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's funny you mentioned Aruba. I can't even point to Aruba on a map. I'm lucky to get to Dixon City every now and again. You know what I mean? It's so sad.
Well, these days I'm on lockdown for travel. I won't go anywhere. If you can't get to it by car, I don't want to get to it. We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. where we discuss everything real estate. We have a full-time real estate office with many relentless realtors who've been listing, selling, and appraising real estate for 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab and get a view of Dunmore Corners from our new high-definition webcam that gets hits from all over the world. Thousands of hits a month.
It's like a panoramic view now. Crystal clear. It's beautiful. Either day or night.
10 times better.
Check it out before you go out on your deliveries to see what the road conditions are. That's what I like to do.
Did you say crystal clear just to...
Crystal clear!
See?
How
you doing?
Yeah.
All right, boom.
Tony Amendolaro, owner of Crystal Clear Springwater Company. I did use those words, crystal clear. See that?
That's right. Yeah.
Look us up on social media. We're everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest. View our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to mobilefriendlyjruddy.com, JRUDDY.com. And on our webpage, there is a radio tab where you can also find all the popular podcast apps that we feature our radio show on. And you could check us out by listening to our podcast as well. Okay, another thing worth mentioning is we are repeatedly a Quality Service Award-winning office through the Century 21 system. We're very proud of that. And our clients review us after they buy or sell a home. And we have an over 90% rating on quality service. They would recommend us. They would use us again, and they are satisfied. And I always like to bring that up, that we're a Quality Service Award-winning office.
Jackie, how many realtors do you have?
30.
Wow.
Right.
Nice size office.
Very nice size. And we've just brought some on, and I'd like to thank you for bringing that up. Welcome, John Shirota. He is new to our office. He just joined our real estate family. He's a lifetime resident of Scranton. John's retired from 35 years of service in public education. During that time, he coached football and baseball. He officiated baseball, basketball, and football. And for the past 30 years, he can be found on the golf course at Glen Oak Country Club. John graduated from West Scranton High School. He received a Bachelor of Science from East Stroudsburg and a master's degree from Cabrini University. After a lifetime of public service, John said he's ready to serve the public as a realtor. He wants to help people find the home of their dreams and sell a home so they can embark on the next chapter of their life. We're just so happy that John Shirota is part of our successful team now. So welcome, John. Thanks for joining us. Okay, Tony Amendolaro.
Yes, ma'am.
Owner of Crystal Clear Springwater. It's time for you to tell me about you and your company, please.
I am just a very simple ham and egg guy. I kind of just do a little bit of everything. I own a spring water company. I own a gym. I do stand-up comedy. I have a blueberry farm up in Elmhurst that I give blueberries away. I have 400 blueberry bushes that I cultivate and just want to dance through life. I was raised in an entrepreneurial family. My dad owned a general store called King Joe's on Drinker Street, where my warehouse is located today. And he sold water in the 60s. He sold water before it was en vogue, before it was in every store. And they were the glass bottles with the oak crates that weighed 70-some pounds. And to deliver them was just excruciating.
Backbreaking.
Oh, my God. I carried my first jug at like 9 or 10 years old. And, it was amazing. Wow. So, but we had the store. And I'll be really quick about this, but in 1995, we closed the store. We were open 365 days a year. And we were talking before that a lot of the convenience stores are owned by typically Indian families today. And if you go in at 5 o'clock in the morning or 7:30 at night, you typically find the same person there. That's what we did. We did that for years and years. My parents did it for 40 years. So after a while, we just got tired of it, not having holidays and stuff. So we closed the store in 95, and I took the water aspect of it and ran with it and developed a company out of it for the last 25 years. So now the bottles are plastic. It's a lot easier. The vans are better, and so it's a good gig. I always tell people that I sell what falls out of the sky every 2 or 3 days, and I've been getting away with it for 25 years. So, so who's arguing, But that's kind of it.
You're based in Dunmore at
am.
622 East Drinker Street.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
So you deliver water.
I deliver. I handle for a company called Foxledge, which is up in Pleasant Mount, Pennsylvania. They bottle for me because I don't own a water source. But see, here's the thing is that
it's spring water.
It's pure spring water, okay, bottled at the source, which is so important that it's not purified water. It's not reverse osmosis. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But at the same time, when you take it out of the ground pure, it's just the purest product going. So they bottle for me, and I deliver it. But it's the people aspect is the thing, when you call the number that is on our calendars and on our website and on Facebook, when you call the 347-0558 number, it rings my cell phone. Saturdays, Sundays, 2 a.m, And
you may not want to promote that.
No. But that's what sells.
You really want to call at 3 o'clock in the morning about spring water?
I get it. I do. And before I forget to mention this, I have to mention this. When we talk about the importance of spring water, when I get a new stop, I always tell my new customers, especially a house stop, if you get your pet, your dog, your cat started on spring water, I'm just warning you that you're never going to be able to take them off of it, because the moment you say, you know what, I'm going to put them back on tap water, they have the sense of smell where they smell the chlorine and they're like, I'm not drinking this. You don't drink this. I'm not drinking this. So if you get your pet, and you know what, it's kind of a great barometer of the quality of the difference in like that. If an animal can tell with their sense of smell, then what are we putting in our bodies? You know what I mean? And it's so important.
So tell me how that crystal clear spring water differs from somebody that has an in-house water filtration system.
You know what? Filter systems are good. I'm not going to talk them down. I'm really not. Here's the problem with filter systems is, okay, let me be as kind as I can be, but if you were going to buy a filter for your refrigerator, let's say, that filters your water, and you went up to a big box store and you were going to buy a filter, and they said, listen, we don't have any new ones, but we have half-used ones at half price. Would you buy one? And the answer is no. So my question to you is, when your filter is half used in your refrigerator, now you're pushing water that you don't trust through a filter that's been filtering water for 6 months, and you're going to drink it? Like, really? So, like I said before, start with a pure product. There's nothing wrong with a filter system as long, if a filter's brand new, yeah, it works. But it's just, I just mentioned what I mentioned, and that's.
Okay, so people think that maybe water delivery is an expense that they cannot afford.
Oh my God. In a day where you go through a drive-through and get a what is that, Starbucks, and you pay whatever for a Starbucks coffee, spring water is such an, I think the average house would pay probably $20, $22, $23 a month, $1 a day and less for pure spring water. And here's the thing, and we talked about this before. When you have a cooler in your house, and a cooler occupies 1 foot by 1 foot, it's 12 by 12, okay, and it's hot and cold. When you have on-demand hot and cold water at your leisure to make instant soup, instant coffee, a nice cold glass of water, once you get used to that, if you ever took that away for the $22, you'd spend $422 a month to keep that. You know, it's not an expense at all. It's something that is so negligible for the benefit. And you know what else is true? And it really is true, is that I have a lot of house accounts tell me their kids drink less soda, because when you can get an ice cold glass of good water out of a cooler and fill a glass with that, they drink less Kool-Aid, less soda, less whatever. And it's just so the health benefits just surround you with having a cooler in your house. It's common sense. It really is.
Well, our son, as you just mentioned, kids, he never grew up with the sodas and the juices, and he didn't even care to drink milk. He liked to drink water. And that's so true. But a lot of people, many Americans, I think it's above 50%, do not drink water, don't want to drink water. They want the soda. They want these energy drinks that are popular.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Or these coffee concoctions, whatever they are, that they're walking around with. That's what everybody wants to drink.
No,
Hey, Jackie, let me say something here. Jackie
sure.
had one of those coffee concoctions up at the office, and it got spilled on the carpet. We couldn't get that stain out of the carpet. No,
three times.
This is true.
A professional carpet cleaner, and then Pat hit it 2 or 3 times. Then I had three times my professional carpet cleaner came in, and we battled that stain for months.
Yeah. And it was just coffee.
It was just coffee.
Well, some frate, latte, pape
some
coffee.
syrup in there.
Yeah, with the
and I don't know what the hell. And then when I'm trying to get this out of the carpet, I'm saying, people actually put this in their body?
Yeah, right. You know, it's amazing. And our bodies are, 82% water. So when you have a car, you change the oil in your car to keep the car running right. Well, change the water in your body every day to keep your body right. It's common sense. It really is. It's so plain and simple. But with the coffees, they do the shots of latte and everything. You were just saying I don't do that, but it's
there's
crazy.
some sort of syrup, I think, that was in there that caused this stain, but I don't know.
And red dye number 37.
I don't know, but it was awful. And every day I looked at it, I got enraged.
Yeah, she did. We were, thank God. Well, Bill Mountain came and got it out. Thank God.
Thank God is right. Okay, so there's so many benefits of drinking water.
Tons.
Now, that's where spring water comes in. There's benefits as opposed to, you mentioned purified water, then there's distilled water, or people could actually boil their tap water, right?
Yeah.
But spring water has many minerals.
We actually, I don't mean to change the subject, but I told you I do stand-up comedy. We also sell holy water. And that's when you take spring water and boil the hell out of it. All right. So
Okay.
we won't use that, but I just figured I'd throw that in. But no, distilled water is good. Distilled water is basically just the steam of boiling water and condensing the steam. So what it does lack, okay, when you have a natural spring water product, you have minerals, vitamins, stuff. There's gold in spring water, okay? Now, it might be, the 0.000 whatever, but there's minerals in it. When you have distilled water, it is basically hydrogen and oxygen. So the difference is it lacks taste. Okay. Now you have your tattoo shops, your dental places that clean with their machines, clean their utensils. They have to have distilled water because it cannot contain any of these minerals, or it gets into but there's nothing wrong with distilled water at all. It's pure as heck, but it just doesn't have any
taste.
The taste, yeah. But
our son can tell the difference between, and I won't mention the names of certain bottled water companies.
Absolutely.
He refuses to drink one kind or maybe two. He could tell the difference.
No doubt.
I can't.
No doubt. No,
but there must be something in it.
Yep. My mother and I can taste the difference you can put glasses of water up from different companies and we can taste the difference. My mom has an incredible sense of taste with that as far as that's concerned. But some people can, some people can't. It's and some people drink tap water and they're fine with it, and that's okay too. But once you get acclimated and your body gets used to drinking a pure product, it makes all the difference. It really does. It's wonderful.
Tony Amendolara, owner of Crystal Clear Spring Water Company. You're located in Dunmore. Where do you deliver? What areas?
We go everywhere. Gosh, we go from Carbondale to Kingston, just everywhere.
In between.
Everywhere in between. Obviously, our soft market is Dunmore. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stops in Dunmore, and because it's close and we know everybody and stuff like that. But we do travel everywhere, and it's amazing. We always say in the business, we have the attitude of gratitude, that we get to be in business and get to be moderately successful at servicing the community in the way that we do. And that's why when we talked about 3:00 in the morning, when you call the number, it rings my cell phone, because we're just so grateful. It's cool.
Great. How does someone get in touch with you?
347-0558, Crystal Clear Spring Water on Facebook, or my office manager, Deanna, does all of that because, like I mentioned before, I'm Fred Flintstone. So she does all that for us. And
Deanna tells you where to go?
Deanna is
how to go there?
She is such the boss. It's not even funny.
I need somebody like a Deanna in my life.
You know what?
I guess that wouldn't work, huh, Pat?
There's no telling checking anything.
Well,
okay.
the only thing I do is write the checks, and she tells me when and how much. And the only thing, my signature is the only thing. They could shoot me as long as they could copy my signature. The world would go on as
Tony,
as it
don't
is.
Underestimate. You have a very important task by signing checks. We're headed towards a break. We will return in just a few moments with more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker.
The talented team of professionals at Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. They're not just real estate agents, they're agents of change. They're on a never-ending quest for the best for you and your family. They can help you find precisely what you want at this time in your life. A computer, a website, an app, and a listing by itself can't do that. They're obsessed with better and deliver extraordinary, embracing the what if, not just the what's been done before, with a level of accountability and honesty not found anywhere else in the real estate industry. Don't settle for average, okay, or just all right. This change in your life is monumental, and there's only one Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate that will help you rock that change. Call 570-344-6724 and visit jruddy.com, JRUDDY.com. Each Century 21 office is independently owned and operated.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor.
How are you today? I'm
calling
here
in from
a secure location.
Your garage.
No, as I wish. No.
With us.
I can't tell you because then it wouldn't be secure anymore.
Yes, okay, all right. I'll find you. I got that. Where's my iPhone app? All right, Tony Amendolaro is with us today. He is the owner of Crystal Clear Spring Water Company. Hello.
Hi, we're having so much fun today, aren't we?
We are, and having a fantastic discussion about the benefits of having spring water delivered to our homes. You own Crystal Clear Spring Water. It saves money.
It does.
It's not an unaffordable expense or a luxury.
Nope,
it saves time.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times do we go to the grocery store, buy cases of water, and we're, dragging it home, and we don't even know what's in those bottles of water. There have been investigative news reports that it's just tap water.
Well, if I could interject, when you do buy water in a bottle, it has to say the source, okay? And it will say bottled at the source, and it'll give you the address, or it will say source, and you will see an acronym that will say BMWS, source, and that will stand for Buffalo Municipal Water Source Supply, and that means that it's tap water.
Tap water.
But as long as they put source, be whatever I said, that they can get away with that. So
how many people look at the source?
Nobody. No, it's a small print on the bottom of the bottle. So you don't know what you're getting. And we were just talking about the ice machines before, with talking about
filtered
water, and you can taste the difference when you go. You were mentioning going into a restaurant.
I can tell. I don't even have to sip the water. I
smell it.
I smell it. I can tell that it's tap water.
Yes.
And it's a good restaurant. I really feel that the restaurant should be giving. I believe we should have filtered water. But as you mentioned, they could have filtered water, but the ice cubes, the water, the line running to the ice machine
is public. Yes, is what. So you can put wonderful water in a glass with ice made from the ice machine.
So
and you can immediately just taste the difference. It's insane. Yeah. And, and in this day and age, if you're not going to treat yourself to a pure product like spring water, what are you treating yourself to? We just talked about coffee before. We talked about different things. And, there's so many expenses. People driving beautiful cars. Buy spring water, for crying out loud. Treat yourself to good water. It's so important to your body. It really is.
It tastes better, too.
It does,
It's not filled with unknown chemicals and chlorine.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yes.
And our son, who likes his fast food, he won't get fountain sodas from certain places because the water that they use to make the soda, it actually makes the soda taste disgusting.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that?
Some of the stuff is, in our house, we renovated it about 13, 14 years ago, and we ripped out all the old copper and galvanized pipe, and we put in new PEX. We have beautiful new PEX, and it's all up to code. But when I open the faucet and I turn it on and I take a drink of water, I swear to God, I can taste the plastic in the pipe. So I have to let the water run until it runs out, and then I taste it. But I can taste.
Now, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Now, this is something that maybe people wouldn't talk about being a spring water company owner, but years and years ago, they used to have stainless steel reservoirs in the coolers with copper hot tanks for the hot water, and now it's all plastic, okay? And the quality of my beautiful, pure spring water is degraded because of the system it's delivered through in the cooler. But where are you going to find place like it's like you couldn't fix those coolers because it was all copper that you had to sweat and stuff. Whereas today everything's throwaway today. And we talked about the disposable bottles, with spring water as opposed to the 5-gallon jugs, which we will get 5 or 6 years out of an empty bottle, okay, out of a jug, until it becomes cracked or whatever.
5 or 6 years out of the plastic or the glass?
The plastic, yeah, and then it's done. And a lot. I'm saying 5 or 6 years. That's a long time. Sometimes it's 6 months until someone drops one or what happens and you have to get rid of it. But the longest term for a plastic jug is 5 or 6 years. Yeah. We talked about glass too.
Right. And that's still a choice for consumers if they don't want plastic. Everything is no plastic. But everywhere we go, as you mentioned, there's plastic.
Yeah. It's not a choice in northeastern Pennsylvania. Okay. There's nobody delivering spring water in glass jugs in NEPA. It's available in the country, but it's so super expensive just because of...
Okay, give me a comparison of the cost, please.
We deliver spring water for $6 a jug, end of story, to your door, no baloney, and that's how it's. And I think right now a glass jug in the areas of the country where it's available is $17, $18 for just the water. Now, you don't get to keep the jug, and the jugs are at flea markets for $40, the empty glass jugs. So you don't get to keep them, and they don't bounce at all. You can actually lower a plastic jug and drop it the last 4 inches and it just bounces.
Do you know that I had an agent 20 some years ago who wanted to help me put the jug on the water cooler that we had in the office? Maybe it was 25 years ago, and came over and picked up the jug and dropped it.
Yeah.
It smashed all over the place.
I know. But okay, here's something funny. And you have things that in society that you wonder, how did I not invent that? Why don't I have a yellow Ferrari? Because I didn't invent that. But they have bottom loading coolers now that you push the bottle into the bottom.
My mom has one of those.
And it
is convenient.
I looked at it and said, okay, I'm a reasonably intelligent human being. How in the world did I not come up with that and not have just Jay Leno Ferraris all over my garage? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like crying out loud.
I know. We kick ourselves, right? And see, you're busy because you're busy delivering water. You didn't have the time to stop thinking about deliveries. Yeah. And then maybe you would have...
You think?
Invented.
I don't know. That might be a stretch.
Okay. Tony Amendolara, owner of Crystal Clear Water Company, located in Dunmore, but you go far and wide, down to Kingston, all the way up to Carbondale, Tunkhannock, out that way. Sure, absolutely. Everything in between. Yeah. How does someone get in touch with you, please?
570-347-0558. Real easy. Or on Facebook, just look up Crystal Clear. And we are a very family-friendly business. When you call the number, you talk to the boss every single time. Don't mention Deanna anymore. God, why? I mentioned her once, and now she's gonna.
She's in charge. She's gonna love me.
She really is. No, we both of us actually answer the phone, but you always talk to a human being, is what I'm saying. You never have to
leave a message and hear back 3 weeks later.
When you have the prods of press one, and our option menus might have changed. Give me a break. Just answer the phone if you own a business.
Thank you. Yes, I agree. Tony Amendolara, would you come back next week, please?
Of course I will.
Thank you very much.
All right.
We're out of time. Thanks for tuning in to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Remember, we're back on next Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 FM The Talker.